Joining us now is OjyOkpe, with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jinx.
You know I missed you. We all missed you, Dr. Abati. I'm great.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I hope you had a good time away.
Thank you.
Well done, Dr. Abati. Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning, Oji. Your smile is wider, following that introduction.
Yesterday, Kayode tried.
Yes, he did.
Right?
And Rufai had been trying to. He was giving us different flavors every day.
But nobody
adjudged it as, yes, not close.
Legendary Dr. Abati. Well, all right. Good morning to you, viewers. Here are some of the stories that are trending across the globe. In the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday was honored by the Abu Dhabi Peace Forum with the award for strengthening peace in Africa. Speaking at the 2023 African Conference for Peace, the president urged leaders to place a premium on youth development while discouraging idleness, stating that the non-inclusion in discussing issues that shape their lives and future portends liability for the continent, especially in religious fundamentalism and extremism. In Nigeria, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, was welcomed by a mammoth crowd on Tuesday at the presidential rally of the party in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital. The former vice president said he nearly shed tears of joy when he saw the crowd at the rally. Addressing his supporters, Atiku promised that if elected president, his administration will meet every demand of residents in Ekiti State. Then, Lagos-based lawyer Omobalanle Rahim, who was shot dead in an incident involving a police officer, ASP Drambi Vandi, on Christmas Day last year, was laid to rest on Tuesday. The funeral service took place at the Redeemed Christian Church of God in Banana Island, where the presiding priest said Rahim's relatively short life was full of great impact. Under sports, President Joe Biden welcomed the Golden State Warriors to the White House on Tuesday to celebrate their 2022 NBA championship, marking their return to the building for the first time since the high-profile clash with former President Donald Trump. Stephen Curry presented Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris with Golden State Warrior jerseys. Biden's had a number 46 on the back, marking his spot in presidential history, while Harris had the number 1 emblazoned on the back.
We are one America. We're one America. And folks, I know the team we're honoring today understands what it takes to work together. Let me just say that the Golden State Warriors are always welcome in this White House.
Finally, under entertainment, music legend Madonna will take a bow with a new tour through North America and Europe starting this summer. That will be a celebration of the pop icon's hits, which include 38 songs in the Billboard Hot 100, including Like a Prayer. The singer will be highlighting her unmatched catalog of music from the past 40 years. She will also pay respect to the city of New York, where her career in music began. The celebration tour will kick off on July 15th at the Rogers Arena in Vancouver. Let's begin what's trending, following up on the conversation at the Chatham House in the United Kingdom by Professor Mamood Yakubu, the chairperson of the Independent National Electoral Commission on Tuesday, where he stated that the general election will hold in spite of the apprehension amongst many Nigerians and the various attacks on the Commission's facilities across the nation. Yakubu said that he was satisfied with the preparations done so far ahead of the election and that the Commission was really comfortable and happy, especially with the bimodal voter accreditation system in place. Yakubu went on to state that mock accreditation will be carried out in selected polling units to test its integrity and hailed the Commission's in-house engineers for the design of the BVAS and for always coming up with innovative ideas to enhance the electoral process. Well, according to him, an engineer at the Commission even proposed using body odor to verify voters.
And all these innovations were all the work of INEC's own engineers in-house in the commission. The machines may have been fabricated outside the country, but the design of the machines were done by our own engineers in-house. In fact, one of them said that they are going to introduce a new biometric using body odor. I said, please, not yet. Let's make haste slowly. But when he explained it to me, it sounded logical. He said, don't laugh, Chairman, because I said body odor is also a biometric. He said, how does your dog recognize you? It's from your body odor. And that's why if another person walks to the house, it barks. When you move into the house, it wags its tail because it recognizes your body odor. I said, but for elections, let's wait, not now.
All right. I mean, Professor Yakubu had a successful turnout at the Chatham House yesterday. I thought that, this was quite amazing that he was able to praise the engineers that designed the BVAS. But also what was quite instructive was the fact that he talked about the machines not being fabricated here. We also talked over the weekend during the morning show about printing ballot papers in the country. You know that they usually award these ballot papers to be printed in Nigeria, but they are, done abroad. So those are some of the issues that some of the Twitter users and social media users and Nigerians are raising about how we can better service Nigerians. Dr. Batin.
Okay, the more substantive issues that the INEC chairman addressed at that presentation yesterday in London, we seem to deal with preparations,
yes,
challenges, prospects, lessons that have been learned, and how INEC is prepared to deliver, as he was saying in his concluding paragraphs, an election that will be considered one of the best that have been conducted out of the 7 consecutive elections since 1999 when Nigeria returned to a democratic rule. Other issues that he raised, of course, will seem to include the fact that this particular election, it's like conducting an election in about 15 West African countries. The whole of the other countries in West Africa, they have about 76-something million voters if you were all to hold elections together. But Nigeria alone has over 94 million registered voters. So that way he was able to convey the scale of the process, and also, of course, the vast number of polling units that we have across the country. BVAS, technology, the deployment of technological tools will play a major role in that process. And it was more or less in that context saying, we are ready, we are prepared, to reassure both the international community and Nigerians. And he, of course, dealt with, at length, with the Electoral Act 2022, with issues such as, early funding, deployment of technology, transmission of results, inclusivity, the youthful population that are products of the Not Too Young to Run Act. So this was the substance. But during that question and answer session, so that was when that talk about body odor came around. I know that many people will find it very humorous, but
yes,
he didn't say that they are going to use body odor, because I'm sure his engineer that was making that suggestion was also saying that in jest, that the machine that they had designed will be effective. Because if body odor were to be used for elections, some people, the pungency of the emission of the odor can even destroy the machine. So nobody
can destroy the machine.
You have not perceived some very pungent body odor. So please, as he said, let us not even contemplate that. But
you may try it. We may try it.
No, don't use body odor, because it could affect voter turnout. Because of people. If you go and take in unnecessary smell, you may even lose your orientation. But as for dogs, well, dogs are in a special category. They have very sharp extrasensory perceptions. In a dog's nose, there are over 1 million sensors, you know. So that's why a dog is always very sharp and can differentiate. There's something they call Jacobson's organ in the anatomy of a dog, you know, and that makes sense of smell, of identification, specifically for the survival of the dog, really, you know. But I don't think we have reached that stage where you have to bring a canine, you know, a branch to come and monitor elections, or, you know, that will even frighten people away. If you have to either bring dogs or use body odor, you know, but you know, that was not the substance of this presentation.
Well, I thought I should highlight that.
To be fair, from a scientific point, there was actually research done in Spain in 2014 on using personal odor that every human being has, and that's why you can identify. So it would almost simulate the Jacobson's organ that you talked about in dogs, and they were using it as a possible way to check passengers at the airport. And so we, like what you said and what the chairman of INEC has said, we don't have the sophisticated technology yet. We're still grappling with using fingerprints and facial recognition. Yes, but it is possible. So you have, your personal odor is separate, is different from mine, it's different from Doc's one, and
I can assure you, maybe different from the people that
there's a difference between odor and scent.
Yeah.
You know, where
so it's a
scent is pleasant.
I think it's the odor that he's talking about.
Right? What your body emits.
Yes. It'll be interesting to see that happen.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's take another story. The call for the arrest of Nigeria's former vice president and the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party by the All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaign Council is festering as the spokesperson of the campaign. Festus Keyamo on Tuesday announced that he is ready to forfeit his role as spokesperson in order to take up the case against Atiku. Keyamo, in a petition filed on Monday, January 16th, asked law enforcement agencies to arrest Atiku based on an audio recording released by Michael Achimugu, an alleged former aide to Atiku Abubakar, where he claimed that Atiku set up special purpose vehicles to divert public funds. Keyamo, while speaking on live television, presented 3 documents, including 2 appointment letters and an email correspondence he said linked Achimugu to Atiku Abubakar, adding that when the PDP brought up dirty documents from the United States about his principal, he challenged them to court, and they ran away. In the meantime, many reactions have trailed a new video showing the APC flag bearer, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, making incomprehensible statements again. Tinubu, while speaking at a rally, tried to explain what he will do with the power sector if elected president. Let's take a look.
I brought the electricity company all the way from America. Pay for the studies. And unnecessary little fundamental things. The more you put a sewing machine before you start sewing the clothes.
All right, then, let's take some tweets. This is from Uche, who wrote, Nigerians will really miss all these special bangers from Tinubu after the election. Non-stop entertainment, entertainer of last year, and will also win the award this year. He does them so effortlessly. Sabinus, am I correct? And co are learners. Well, Innocent wrote, I don't support Tinubu, but this was out of context. He means when all the little fundamental things come all the way from America before you. The electricity company studies before any cloth is sewn. Where is the lie? Let's not joke about everything. But Chukwuemeka wrote, hello, Festus Keyamo. I need to understand this, please. I know you are very busy with #AtikuGate, but just help a citizen to understand better and go back and face #AtikuGate squarely. Looking forward to hearing from you. Well, Festus Keyamo, Chukwuemeka is waiting for an explanation. I mean, this for me was very different. I mean, it was a minute statement, I believe. I mean, Dr. Abati, I don't know if you understand what he was trying to say. Can you help us out with that before we talk about Festus Keyamo really quickly?
Well, I know I've studied many things,
Yes.
but I'm not an interpreter. Okay? So let people deal with their own interpretations. However, I think that what is more important, why the drama is exciting, why people are joking that these politicians, if care is not taken, will send Oga Sabinos out of work or make it impossible for Alibaba to get a commission since the politicians themselves are providing the excitement. I think it's more important for the ordinary Nigerian voter to focus on the issues, to listen to the details of what the politicians are saying.
But they don't understand this particular sentence about the power sector. So, I mean, how do we deal with that? That's the conversation. It's very important.
Then they ask questions.
Yeah.
Then the voter has the right to ask questions, to say, okay, what exactly are you saying?
Yeah.
What is the clarification about this point? Because when we go into that election on February 25, it's not going to be about the comedy. It's not going to be about the entertainment. It's going to be a choice about the future of Nigeria. And that's why I think from today, 38 days to the election, I think it's better we just focus more on the issues. The second point has to do with Festus Keyamo saying that he wants to charge Atiku Abubakar to court on the basis of allegations or disclosures made by a former aide called Michael Achimugo. Well, we had Daniel Bwala on this program this morning, and he said that, well, first, the whistleblower is just blackmailing Atiku Abubakar. Two, the principle of extopel would, apply because Atiku Abubakar has been presidential candidate again and again. So why are they bringing it up now? And that, you can be stopped. It's a doctrine under common law, the doctrines of common law and equity. Anyway, three, he then said, a private individual cannot just say, go and arrest this man. So it is up to the security agencies to do their investigations. And if an issue comes up, the security agencies do not find any basis for it, then they will not take any action. But in the meantime, Festus Keyamo has said he will pursue this and that he will go to court.
Yeah.
So let us see how this plays out. But this is political season. On all fronts, there will be all kinds of allegations. But as I have pointed out, can we focus on the issues? Because we have very limited time, just 38 days.
Absolutely. Some of the issues, the power sector. I don't know if you can help.
I do agree
with
with Doctor in terms of the fact that we should focus on the issues and begin to critically scrutinize the plans of these candidates for the nation. However, what he's done there is also part of the issues because it's also a testament as to the state of his health, which we've wondered about in terms of, can this man lead this nation if he's not able to carry a train of thought through without making errors? That's not just a slip of tongue as we've been talking about now. This also points to the state of his mental health. Is he mentally and physically able to lead a nation? This is why it's important. So aside from the joke and the laughter it's making, people are laughing, but you're also wondering that, can this person make independent decisions? Is he able to read documents, interpret them? And he's going to be the chief of staff security of the security arm of Nigeria. He's going to be the leader of the economy. We need to know that the person who is going to be president can handle physically and mentally.
Very well said, Ayo. Dr. Vati, welcome back. Thank you both
Thank you.
for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending. Well, that's all I have for you on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.